All right, so we are at the end of Matthew chapter 5. Matthew chapter 5. We're going to pick it up at verse 38, where it talks about an eye for an eye. Jesus says, "You have heard that it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you." Now, originally, the rule, a very old rule called the lex talionis, of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, originally that law was given to limit retribution. To limit retribution. Our human nature is such that if someone punches me in the mouth, I'm going to want to punch them back harder. Or I'm going to want to punch them twice. Okay? So the lex talionis was there to make sure that retaliation didn't go over what it should. If somebody knocks out one of my teeth, I'm going to want to knock out 2 of theirs. So the rule was used to limit retribution. If somebody knocked out one of your teeth, you were allowed to knock out 1 of theirs, but not 2 of theirs. So that's the idea there, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Now, why is that a wise rule? Yeah, exactly. Things wouldn't get out of hand. But Jesus, now think of your human nature. Think of times you've wanted to get even. Jesus says here that even the lex talionis goes too far. As a Jesus follower, as a Christian, as a disciple, we must not be concerned with getting even or justice for ourselves. We must fight for justice for others, but when it comes to justice for ourselves, we don't fight for that. But we absorb any mistreatment because that's what we see in Jesus. Okay, so the way it should work in the Christian life is if I see you being mistreated, if I see you being treated unfairly, I should step in and try and make sure that justice for you happens. But if somebody treats me unfairly, I don't need to stand up. I don't need to worry about justice for myself. I just absorb whatever it is and trust God's got a purpose in it. So Jesus says here that if someone insults you and slaps you, you don't slap back, but you take it, even if they slap you again. If someone wants to sue you for your shirt, you voluntarily give them your coat also. If a Roman soldier orders you to carry their pack for 1 mile, you voluntarily carry it an extra mile. You show generosity like that because that's kingdom living. That's kingdom living.